Man, that's pretty cool, and that's like the 6th, 7th time that weird shit has happened. You wake up and you do a video, and then like the next reader you go and thank you for the reaction. I don't really do the dopamine hit. Check it out. My INFJ MBTI test, my feelings were a 0. Okay, cool. So what does that mean? That means if I'm not shielded, I feel everything. When I'm shielded, I don't feel anything but God. I don't feel any of your shit. Sorry. Fucking if God doesn't have any feelings for you, neither do I. It's God force energy. It's universal life force energy, right? If I feel your ick, it's what it is. And I play it off. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm fucking rude about it. I do say things that trigger people, but it's just what it is. It's just what it is. Freaking some people get triggered. Some people end up living their dreams and want to share that shit with you. Hey, man, look, you were right. That's what it is. Yeah, I dated someone one time that said, you take a lot of pride in being right. I thought, well, I've never really took a test. I was happy I failed. Look at this. I failed another one. Woohoo! That's what it is. Anyway, yeah. So, yes, they're always going to change the narrative. I get whatever kind of weird shit is going on with these little drop down notifications. It's what it is. However, I take it with my intuition instead of where they're trying to guide me, and it's usually they're trying to zig and I zag, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do. So let's talk about this for a minute. Now, I've talked for quite some time about my extrasensory smell. So, that being said, look into, it's one of two things. Either they're harvesting off of my channel and just get it that right, which to me is virtually impossible, but I don't count out anything. I'm all about the impossible. It's when I have the information from Mind Valley on the Dream Tribe. Go and look that shit up. Vishen Lakhiani, the founder of Mind Valley, and one of you guys put it down in the comments, talked about a dream tribe that they were like autonomous. They just like kind of did their thing, but they had no communication skills. So they take one, educate them, get them to where they can communicate. And they ask him, how do you guys know what you're doing? He's like, we get together every night while we're asleep in the astral. Okay, great. I saw a TikTok last night where a guy was being overtaken by black-eyed demon, black-eyed children, whatever. And it showed the progression of how it broke him down, tormented him. He took videos of it. It had weird arms and shit. That's what it is. And then at the very end of it, it was the entity talking to him. It took him over 100%. Okay, cool. I've got a 5-star client whose daughter, the writing, you could, as I was reading through the writing, you could tell where she would switch from talking about her problems to talking about being the problem. It's what it is. It was coming out. We'll never figure it out, and she's locked up, so she's obviously someone else's issue, but it's, still good information to have. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. With Vishen Lakhiani and that dream tribe, when you girls are talking about their dream magic backfiring, okay, cool, that's a double-edged sword. The INFJ Pisces was the likes of Edgar Cayce. Pisces, pay attention to your dreams. Yes, tarot reader, I'm having very, very strange ones. And then seeing readers, when we're those of us that are on the same page, the likes of your experiences to mine are very uncanny. So that's what it is. One in particular that made me zero in on it was she was at a college. There was horrible things going on. Earth angel sacrifice, all in the cards. The dream brought her to an awareness of, everything was going to be okay, but oh my God, look at all the natural disaster and destruction and planes crashing. Blah, 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 blah. That's what it is. I am not responsible for corruption being met with 2,500-year-old energy information from the land of the immortals in Japan. What do they do differently? What's the difference between the land of the immortals and the land of heart disease and cholesterol? That's what it is. Right? And I am far from perfect. I'm certainly glowing. However, I did things that other people wouldn't do. Successful people do what unsuccessful people won't. We'll just leave it at that. Did it tap me? She said, these people are shaking mad. You know where all their skeletons are. Well, number one, what the fuck are they doing with skeletons? And number two, why is that my dark side finding that shit? So that's what it is. It's what it is. If they can have skeletons in the closet, I can have a desire to find them. It's like a scavenger hunt. It's like a scavenger hunt. God got us all it is. Angels, archangels, ascend to masters of the divine white light. I said, be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time for myself as well as those I do readings for. Namaste. But it just hit me when the reader starts talking about utilizing both sides of the brain. Okay, great. In my personal situation, that's 1% to 2% of the human population, only occurring 0.04% in males. So they attacked the underdog. They attacked Albert Einstein. They attacked Martin Luther King. Whimper. Listen to that whimper. Martin Luther King, right? Abraham Lincoln, Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi, Jesus, Hitler, Osama bin Laden, Edward Snowden. That's what it is. INFJs are known for this shit of helping people out. Or whistleblowing, or fucking Terrence McKenna. The Earth Angel has fairy and fae blood. Well, my mom's name was the Fae. I am a seer of souls. So I have my astral sight activated, seeing all kinds of strange, energetic shit with classes for that. And that's where they run. How can they say something about anything that you have developed when they have no prior knowledge of it? They didn't invest in themselves and pay for it. They have no experience, no knowledge, no doing half-wit shit, wanting to sink your ship because of whatever they've done in the dark. When I hear that energy of people feeding off of love, light, health, wealth, and abundance of another, I don't know these people. And my understanding is if I cut the cords to my connection, yet they have attacked karmic cords, as I raise my vibration, it's going to shake the shit out of those karmic cords. That's why you've got readers talking about they're running around trying to break the psychic cords that they attach. Cool, that is a they problem. That is the them problem. They need that energy to survive. Who the fuck are they? I don't know these people. No one's told me anything. There's been no communication. There's been a lot of that energy. He's not gone yet. Well, that's what it is. I bet they are in this shit. You gotta keep in mind, I get off on shit like this. They've certainly picked the right one. Nothing happens by chance. Everything happens for a reason. There's no such thing as a coincidence. Everything is a co-created experience with the divine. So, I mean, it's what it is. When you Pisces, God will show you who to trust. Yes, tarot reader, I get natural disasters named after them on holidays. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. They hate your connection with the divine. Well, that's only because they don't have one, tarot reader. That's only because they don't have one. Is what it is. How did I look into it? Because I fucking think fast on my feet and meditate. I'm consciously unconscious. All right. When I have these experiences, I'm still coherent. Oh, that's what it is. Left brain, right brain, subconscious mind. That's what it is. If you were to go and listen to Scott Morgan, when he talks about the light, the light isn't scary, it's inviting. right? The light does not blind; it helps one see, right? The light is you. It's what it is. Anyway, there was talk in the collective yesterday about the ND. I can remember being a glowing ball of light looking at myself. It's fucking weirdest shit ever, right? And then you're a fucking ball of light sliding down the silver etheric cord, and you open your eyes to 3:33 a.m. and a Hispanic Catholic translator every Saturday and Sunday at the Catholic Church going, "Oh my God, I don't know what language to pray in." Cards in the upright. No, that's what it is, and we'll never figure it out. And I take the stance on that with a Higher Balance Institute. I mean, it's spiritual phenomenon. You're trying to explain God. Why would you possibly want to do that? That's why I use the fortune cookie on my channel. That's what it is. We would be too simple. If the mind were so simple to understand, we would be too simple to understand. Whatever the fuck it says, I forgot. Women who can't teach you anything are the problem right now. That's what it is. Does that mean all women? No, it means take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. Right? When you're telling me that the devil is working through Pisces toxic X, well, that number one tells me it's not Pisces working with the devil. Top rose the 5D, moving down through time and space to the 3D, and it's what it is. I mean, Pisces has the rare ability to walk between the worlds. Okay, great. So you were using the movies. Starseeds lives play out like movies. Okay, great. So if you've got the White House doing UFO disclosure while all of Carolyn's talking about an Earth angel that they think is the fuck an alien, when it's universal life force energy, that's going to be alien to anyone, right? You got blue avion transformer energy. Okay, cool. I've had a blue avion client. So, okay, cool. So now we're all matching up with that energy, right? And then I'm the chameleon. I mirror all of that shit. So that's what it is. What can you not fucking get a reflection out of in the mirror? The INFJ has the uncanny ability to mimic all the other 15 personality types. When you combine that with universal life force energy, look, I'm a dog. Top rose the 5D, moving down through time and space to the 3D. Keep calling your power back. That's what it is. I mean, love, light, and truth sets you free. However, I do not know these people. I don't know there's someone feeding off of the sun? Shoot, I hope it's certainly not me. I'm not responsible for other people's energy. That's what it is, karma. Karma is setting in a lot of situations. You're going to knock that off. Just like last time. She does the same shit over and over again, expecting a different result. Come over here, please. Hey, come over here. Love is all there is. They're starting to figure out that love always wins. Reiki is love's frequency of intent to help her heal. Simple enough, right? Combining 2,500-year-old information with new shit that people are out there teaching was nothing more than a fucking upgrade. Going from Nintendo playing Super Mario Brothers to Grand Theft Auto, whatever you want to think. Superman, PlayStation, that's what it is. People are still in Pong land. Bonk, bonk, bonk. They're playing checkers and we're playing 5D chess. When I hear that, I think, no, they're playing Pong, trying to return fire, and don't realize that everything they put out goes right back onto them. What is the problem? We're spiritually protected. You ever played Pong with the little paddles that go at bink, bink, bink? They're sending the energy out, and then when it bounces off the shield, bink, it sticks to them. That's what it is. Keep putting your heart into your work. Yeah, there's no gratitude. Spirit has no gratitude for this shit. Did anyone show any gratitude to the divine? Or were they only worried about themselves? Right? And when I hear that energy of psychologists and psychiatrists being so worried about the ascension process, why aren't they worried about their own ascension process? Did they ascend? No. Cool. Then that means they got left behind. Are they criminal psychologists? Because you put those two words together, you got a criminal and a psychologist. And if they're using both sides of their brain, one probably fits that and the other one there. Me, House of Death. Reiki for healing, QHHT for past life regressions. Frenemies coming out the woodwork. Imagine that. That's what it is. I can't do anything about them doing everything they possibly could to destiny swap, only to fail miserably into the lake of fire. Thank you for the Nirvana confirmation. I completely forgot about that song. However, it is quite fitting. And you got to keep in mind, Dolores Cannon, out of thousands of clients, never could find a hell. Okay, great. That was before we picked up on Dorothy being possessed by God knows what. Dolores Cannon, she's not going to get clients like that. They're too busy feeding that entity. How do they go out? Anton LaVey. That's what it is. I'm not worried about that shit. That's what it is. Where do bad folks go when they die? Kurt Cobain was on to something there, was he not? That's what it is. And however, you're talking about a destiny swap with a fire and a water master. Cool. We're going to be that ascended fire and water sign, continuously ascending out of the flood and lava that they're creating on the planet. I can't do anything about that. When you hear a reader say God is using a divine light being as bait, then if you take the divine hook, who catches you while they're taking the devil's bait and descending? That's what it is. Lack of faith. That's what it is. 50-50 chance on a mustard seed of faith is all it takes. I agree. You don't water and nurture it, nothing is going to grow. Underneath taking our power back, cool. Simple enough. What is the start of everything from the past in the 5D? The choke-array symbol. What I dropped on the source when I transcended consciousness with the Buddha. Why would I do something like that? Because I'm sitting there and the first thing that pops into my mind when we're asking questions in our meditative state was, how did the crop circles affect our subconscious mind, like Dolores Cannon said? And then fucking the other side of my brain's like, drop the choke array so you can always come back and get the, cool, I did it, yeah, and guess what? So I can always come back and get the questions to the answers that I seek. That's what it is. Same principle as one of my poems, Shamanic Dreams. Shamanism and cannabis were used in the same way to answer deep questions because of the way they manifested it into the third eye. I wrote a poem about it. Want to hear it? Here it go. When the time rolls on and you know it not to exist, I find joy in the twist I've rolled into my experience. Meditation with the intent for my pineal to produce the abundance of a spirit molecule. And then it's time to reduce any negative vibes coming into my field, for when the moment becomes right, my mind is tight and ready to reveal. I get a hold of my favorite strain and match my vibrational frequency of that plant so it doesn't complain. Wait patiently with an angel on my shoulder whispering with a thump, and I meditate high as fuck, intending on a dump. And I get all my questions answered from a self-induced organic DMT base jump, using it on the pineal gland. Simple enough. That's what it is. Anyway, distancing these karmics because of the emotional balance, what it is. Why is Pisces walking around like Snow White and shit? Because when lower vibrationals get in my field, I don't get the higher vibrational experiences. Simple enough. Divine love is the best love. And they're losing everything because of it. They chose money over love? Cool. Tell me how that works out for you. Daisy. Excuse me for a second. You're not going to pay me attention? We're going to chew up your stuff. What do you have? Uh-huh. Gotcha, Dad. How am I going to light candles if you're knocking matches off the table? You're a fucking dog playing with matches. Like a kid. Get down. Put your heart into your work. Yeah, that's what it is. got some families in the upright are starting to see that the others have lost everything. You gotta be smarter than those before you. No gratitude to the spiritual world. Cool. All the lies are coming to the surface in divine timing. Time, space, 3D. Frenemies being supported by upside down women. Imagine that. So I hear the devil's working through Pisces toxic X. It's just what it is. It's what it is. That's why that makes a great Father's Day gift for all the daddies out there. He may be your father, but he's your daddy. Yeah, well, hell, that may be your mother, but the devil's working through her. Ego deaths. That's what it is. I'm not worried about other people's ego deaths. Simple enough. It's fucking. Why do you think that's funny? Because it fucking is. Come on, man. I'm not dealing with a toxic ex with the devil working through him. You give that kind of shit away to daddies for Father's Day. Light switch. No wonder Pisces didn't stick around. The devil's working through toxic exes. Light switch on the situation. Nothing they ever do will grow. Oh, they're fighting mad about it. Can't do it. It's a 50-50 chance of whatever they do. Right? If they're sending out, which they've already done, they can't get out of the fact that there's failed sacrifice energy on this planet. Cool. That's more important to me than fucking healing anyone. I want to find this immortal monster that none of their unalive magic worked on. That's what it is. We manifested the new earth because of it. Simple enough. The new earth manifested as supporting emotional balance and distancing the karmics in the spiritual world. Love is in the upright, money's upside down, and it's a total failure due to women who can't teach you anything. That's what it is. When I hear a greedy, corrupt group of parasites come out of a tarot reader's mouth, the first thing I think is, oh, were they harvesting energy off of the sun with the devil working through Pisces toxic X? Moving forward, Earth Angels in the upright. Look at that. I hear they tried to stop a divine union, a union with the divine, a crown activation. The only way you're going to be able to wear that crown is activating the other side of your brain. Are there techniques to do it? Yes. Does it take practice? Absolutely. Do people achieve it? No, they give up. They keep confirming, I'm only right-handed. I'm left-handed. That becomes their identity. Cool. I'm balanced left and right, split right down the middle. That's what it is. We don't have to remove that negative energy. It removes itself. It feels inferior because it only uses one side of the brain or the other. Why? You have strengths and weaknesses due to that. Take your pain as your power. They're trying to compete. Thank you for that. In the last 3 days, imagine that. They're trying to compete with 0.04% of the human population. Great. That's the world. That's you can look at it of one of two standpoints. Look at the INFJ before you, what they did, how they were treated, why it was such a problem. Go ask Martin Luther King why he had so much trouble being an INFJ. Go ask Mahatma Gandhi. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. And we're watching history repeat itself because they keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. They're absolutely insane. So karmics are insane. You got to look at it that way. They haven't learned their karmic lessons. They come here, reincarnate, and live lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, doing the same shit, following a magic spelling book of where you're at on Earth, how to live, so that what? So that they can have eternal life on Earth? Yeah, that means you never graduate Earth school and ascend out of this place. Boop. Look at that. It's what it is. You're destined to walk the earth forever. Energy exchange is upside down on ego deaths, and Spirit's not worried about that. That's what it is. I mean, when I hear readers telling me that people are being tormented by demons and shit, and then I go and find they're making content about how they're being tormented by demons, cool. Well, thank you, Little Miss Tarot Reader. You're right on the money. I'm glad we're on the opposite side of that shit. So we're being beat up by angels. I can handle that. That's what it is. Did they initiate or tune into the right thing? That's what it is. Right? And then I'm seeing it in the comment. The dude's being tormented by angels or by demons, and every advice that they give him that would fix his situation, he doesn't believe in. You think that's a spirit influencing him not to believe into the fucking key that would unlock the door to get him out of that situation? Boggles my mind. I'm like, well, fucking, that's your problem right there. You're going through all that. Oh, this is horrible. Why is this happening to me? Because you don't believe in the shit that would help you. They just told you. They told you what you needed to do, and I don't believe in any of that. Cool, then that's the one thing you needed that's got you, oh, this is horrible. Why is this happening to me? Because you don't believe in the shit that'll help you. Fucking that simple. And I see it. I'm sitting there going, that's amazing advice. He wouldn't be going through any of that if he'd listened to that. And then in his content, he tells you how he's brought those people in. Fucking, he didn't listen to anything they said. He continued to want to make content about being fucking tormented by demons, black magic. Dumbest shit I've ever heard. Right? And then I see his SLS camera or whatever picking up the stick figures, and they come right up to the camera. I'm like, oh no, fuck that. You're not sending me negative energy through that fucking camera. I send Reiki the same way you're not doing what you're about to do off. Fucking masculines upside down. You think they're laying on the fucking ground in the UK where all you can see is the bottoms of their feet on my Facebook? It's right there. Just death scroll down till you get to it. Earth angels in the upright. Prayers have been answered. That's what it is. We don't even have to remove the negative energy. They showed no gratitude to spirit. Well, just the example I just gave. They told him what he needed to do of a spiritual nature, and he didn't believe in any of that. So, of course, he had no gratitude for the things that would help him in the UK, being tormented by demons, making content for thousands of people to come and watch. If I can send Reiki, the last thing I'm going to do is sit there and watch an entity coming towards a fucking camera. Bloop, off, buddy. Shit's out of harmony and balance. That's what it is. Not that I have any fear. I just know my shield got me protected from evil energies that are beyond my control. What is the first thing that it tells my brain, though? Oh, fuck. What is that about to do to everybody through the... If I can send Reiki through the screen, the fuck is that entity sending through the screen to thousands of viewers on YouTube? No, don't you dare. What did we drop? Compassion. Yeah, we dropped the compassion. It's just what it is. We've got a bunch of frenemies. Women are upside down. They nurtured the wrong thing. However, show them compassion. So it is their karma. I can't do anything about that. What's the final outcome to all of this? Well, I mean, if you look at the 5D and you're not worried, will you stop? She won't stop. Will you not? She won't stop. Stare contest. If you guys are watching Pisces tarot reads, keep in mind when the Venus flytrap fairy came out, the soul sucker. Yeah, that's what it is. Think about it. Now take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. My soul sucker is a chihuahua. That's what it is. That's my soul sucker. That's my soul sucker karma. Right? I've got a waterfall of energy coming back to me from people that were harvesting it. Yeah, I'm putting it in a dog. She's as animal Reiki. She's as hyper as they come, and bonded because of it. Anyway, so you've got no worries from the 5D. People are having ego deaths in divine right time. The energy exchange is upside down in space, with fucking health holding on to all of it. It's what it is. It's what they're mad about. You're healing and ascending using the information that they hid from you so that they could profit off the death of their people. And now it's, oh God, we have to sacrifice that truth speaker because the truth is coming out. Oh God, we can't have the truth come out. Cool. Well, get on in there. Tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help you God. We fucking separated by church and state. And God we trust on that dollar bill. Fucking what it is. They're not masters. Spirit says these individuals are not masters. Fucking there will be no change in consciousness. That's what it is. Health is in the upright. They're not fucking masters. They're not going to change their mind. Karmics do karmic shit. They're learning karmic lessons. If they don't learn the lesson, they're destined to repeat it with no intuition. It's what it is. Right? I mean, when a reader tells you, Pisces, that the pathway to hell is paved with good intentions, that means trying to help one of these karmics that has to reincarnate and do all this shit over again. Fuck yeah, they will bind you right to coming back and doing all this shit over again with them. Simple enough. That's what it is. Why you keep hearing the Earth Angel has been cut free from all karmic contracts, all da 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 da. Yeah, it's a QHHT technique that I teach my clients. Do they use it? Who the fuck knows? Same scenario. No, here's what you've got a lot of the energy of that's across. They will come to you. You will tell them the last thing that they want to hear. You'll give them the information that keeps them from being tormented by demons in the UK with the bottoms of their Reiki. You see the bottoms of my hands, the palms of my hands, tormented by demons. You see Lee in the UK laying on the ground with the bottoms of his feet on my Facebook. That's what it is. There's your opposition and all you need to know. That's what it is. You can't have angelic Reiki without having Lee in the UK being tormented by unhealthy demons. That's what it is. And I'm telling you, when I saw that the SLS camera, go look it up. It's like it makes the entities look like a stick figure. When I saw that fucking stick figure coming up to the camera, I thought, oh no, bitch, you're not giving me Reiki. That's what it is. You're more than welcome to prove me wrong. Namaste.